What is going on, Pats Nation? Welcome back into another watch party. New England Patriots, New Orleans Saints. Patriots back on the road here for week 6 of the 2025 NFL season. The Patriots, who, by the way, believe it or not, they're actually undefeated on the road so far this season. So, look, Patriots still have some question marks with this team, right? Obviously losing to a couple of questionable teams early on in the season, but coming off of a dominant win against Buffalo. The Saints are coming off of their first win against the New York Giants last week, though. So both these teams coming off of wins. Who's going to be more ready? Only time's going to tell. And some positive news for Patriots fans. Efton Chisholm is making his season debut for the New England Patriots. Do we see him as a return guy? Only time is going to tell. What do the Patriots do without Antonio Gibson? That's what I want to see. Looks like the Patriots are going to kick first, so they are going to get the ball to start the third quarter. Your actives for today is Caden Wallace, Keon White, Anthony Jennings, Eric Gregory, and Jalen Hawkins. So let's see. Will we have Efton Chisholm playing at all today? I don't think we're going to see him much, but only time is going to tell. Patriots are going to get this thing down to about the 24-25 yard line, and Spencer Rattler is going to come out, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all you guys for being out here. Another good one, baby. All right. Spencer Rattler. Big thing about him is that he does have that mobility. Now, I'm not saying he's a great quarterback, but he is an NFL caliber quarterback. Is he a starting quarterback? I don't know. Doesn't turn the football over a lot, though. Doesn't take a whole lot of sacks. So, big thing to watch. They're going to want to run the ball. Patriots get pressure on Rattler immediately. Rattler's going deep. Rattler with the guy down the field. And Kyle Duggar defending him. And that is an immediate broken coverage downfield. First play, Kyle Duggar in coverage. 53 yards to Chris Olave. Patriots got the pressure. And you had Kyle Duggar one-on-one with Chris Olave. Not what you want. Not sure why you're putting Kyle Duggar on Olave. 53 yards given up. Not the start that you want here. Not sure why Gonzo's not on Olave. All right, they're going to put this out here to Alvin Kamara. Oh, Patriots had a couple defenders back there, but they're not going to get there on 2nd and 8. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Should have been a stop behind the line, but Patriots couldn't rally around the football quick enough. That's going to turn into a positive gain. So goes from 2nd and 8. We're going to bring up 3rd down here, 3rd and short. Third and 4. All right. They bring the blitz here, and it doesn't get home, but it puts the pressure on Rattler, and that is going to be 3 and out. 4th and 4 now for New Orleans. So Patriots defense almost allows yet again another opening drive touchdown by the opposing team, but instead, Patriots are going to play bend but don't break, and they're going to go for a field goal here. So look, very first play of the game goes to Chris Olave. 53 yards on Kyle Duggar. You don't feel good about it, but defense clutches up there. Big shout out to Craig Woodson for the blitz, getting the pressure there on Spencer Rattler. And they get that thing through. Big stop there. Big stop. Again, I'm not entirely sure why you're playing Kyle Duggar, a safety that you've played very minimally this season. I'm not too sure why you're putting him one-on-one with their best wide receiver. Even if you're blitzing Carlton Davis on that play, put Gonzo on him. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. But nonetheless, man, that's a punt. That's a punt. Actually, that's a field goal. Come on, water. I will say, too, y'all, Efton Chisholm was the guy who made the special teams tackle. So Chisholm is out there as a gunner on special teams and makes the first tackle there of the game. So that's how you get on the field, Chiz. That's how you get on the field. All right, let's see what this Pats offense can do, baby. Let's see what the chat says. Positive is we didn't give up a touchdown. Isaiah, exactly. So, look, if you think about it, and look, I don't like to play he says, she says, would have, could have, should have. But if the Patriots don't give up that 53-yard play, I feel pretty good that they stopped the Saints there. Because outside of that 53-yard play, the Patriots played the defense they won, right? Like, they're going to allow you to get close to the first down marker. They're going to allow you to make it third and short, but they're going to get that stop more often than not on third down, which is going to force you to either punt the ball or go for the field goal. And that 53-yard play just immediately puts them, roughly into field goal position. So it was really that one play, the first play of the game, that really killed them. Hey, shout out to my boy DF Forever. First super chatter of the day says, toast to our host. Respect, Colby. DF, respect to you, and good luck to the Bills today, man. That's going to be a fun game. Fun game to see how the Bills bounce back there. A game they should win, but let's see. We got Chisholm as the returner deep with Jennings, who was elevated from the practice squad. Let's see who's going to take this baby home. And nope, that's going to go straight into the end zone as a touchback. So nonetheless, though, your return man is Efton Chisholm. So maybe that's a guy that we start to see active this season, right? And can Efton Chisholm take advantage of that? Because if Efton Chisholm can take advantage of special teams, maybe at some point he gets an opportunity on offense. Let's keep in mind, that's how Edelman started. Edelman started on special teams, made his name heard on special teams, got reps with the offense, took advantage of them, and the rest is history. So maybe we could be seeing kind of that same story, that same upbringing for Efton Chisholm. So we didn't get to see a return there, but we'll see if he's on offense at all. Patriots give the ball off here. They give it to Ramondre. Ramondre's going to get about 5 here. Wow. Will Campbell, 3 pressures allowed in his last 57 snaps. How about that? Ooh. Colby, did you see the Jets game? Dude, I forgot the Jets played early this morning. So it was a London game, right? What was the score to that? I actually didn't see that. They give the ball off to Ramondre, and Ramondre is stopped at least 5 yards behind the line. That's going to bring up third down for the Patriots. Demario Davis, the legendary linebacker there for the Saints, comes down and makes a big play. Wow, 13-11 was that Jets game. Honestly, Denver didn't beat them by more. Drake may drops back. Drake under pressure. Drake goes out to Booty. Booty gets the first down. And Booty was wide open. It ain't look like nobody covered him. And that was just easy for Drake May to step up into the pocket and convert for an 11-yard gain. Got the pressure on Drake May. That's the big thing. And it was off the edge. It looks like on Will Campbell, actually. Looks like Will Campbell allowed the pressure there, but Drake May steps up into the pocket. The interior of the O-line does hold up, and they're able to convert. Old friend, or old Patriots friend, Devon Godchow, don't forget, he's in the game. Drake May's going deep. Oh, and he gets popped. He fight, go, Pop, go. Touchdown. Touchdown, New England. Are you kidding me? 53-yard touchdown. Drake May to Pop Douglas. Let's go. 53 yards, and the Patriots respond to what the Saints did, but they get into the end zone. They do not stop with 3, baby. Drake May, Pop Douglas, welcome to the New England Patriots, Pop Douglas. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That's what we wanted to see from Drake May. That's what we wanted to see from Pop Douglas. And Pop Douglas, one-on-one, uses that speed downfield and then is able to create after the catch and force the missed tackle. What a play, baby. Yes. That's how you respond. Patriots opening drive touchdown. A 53-yarder to Pop. Wow. Wow. Drake May, 53 yards. We got to tweet this. As soon as I saw May go deep, I was like, oh, I don't know. I like this. I like where this is going. And Pop Douglas wide open, man. What a play. Biggest game for Pop in a minute, man. Not even just this season, but when's the last time we saw Pop have a game like this? And the game just started. 53 yards and a touchdown. Oh, where's the exclamation point, man? Ah, stupid Twitter. Let's see. Oh. Pop's still nice with the ball in his hands. They definitely forgot. I think it's so difficult with Pop Douglas, right? Like, I think that the difficulty there is that it's hard to fit the ball to Pop into a tight window. He's 5'8". It's hard to work with a 5'10" wide receiver, let alone a guy who's 5'8". I think that's the issue with Pop. You know, like if you look on that play, and we'd have to go back and look at it from the all-22 perspective, but it looked like it was man coverage there, and Pop Douglas just got open on his guy. And the issue with Pop has been him finding the soft spots in the zone and sitting in those soft spots and knowing when to sit in those soft spots. But he's a baller against man. He's a guy that they want to use as a, intermediate to deep guy and not short to intermediate. Something that I've been saying is we need to get Pop Douglas the ball more in the short to intermediate areas, get the blocking up front, get this guy into space because he has the speed, he has the quickness, he has the ability to make guys miss. He has, that classic, let me hit B when I'm playing Madden and do a little spin move on him. Like, we know Pop Douglas got these moves, but the problem has been completing the ball to him. And if they can find a way to complete the ball to Pop and get on the same page with Drake May and have that chemistry, and Drake May just doesn't overthrow him, then you know that Pop can be a deep threat for you. And that's why I've been saying, like, I don't want them to give up on Pop Douglas because this is a guy that was their best wide receiver this offseason. And he was their best wide receiver for a reason. Like, I don't want Pop Douglas to be a Tyquan Thornton situation where you get rid of this guy because he's not working for you, and then he becomes a great deep threat for an opposing team. All right. Brought down to about the 27-yard line. And that's where the Saints are going to take over here. That yak ability, exactly. All right, 1st and 10. Saints are going to run some motion here. They're going to fake the handoff. Rattler's going to check the football down. They're going to try to get something after the catch, Kendre Miller, but they won't. Flag on the play. Illegal contact on Gonzo. Christian Gonzalez with the penalty. Automatic 1st down. Feels like Gonzo's still coming back a little bit. Trying to play catch up here. Hey, Colby, tell us the improvements you've seen over the last 3 weeks. Honestly, I feel like it's just the team building that chemistry, getting on the same page, building momentum, and just kind of figuring out what their identity is and sitting within it. First couple weeks, I felt like this team is still trying to figure it out, figure out the chemistry, all get on the same page. And I feel like now they have, I felt like the first 3 weeks was a lot of shooting themselves in the foot. And I think they're still doing that to a degree, but I don't think they're doing it as bad. And I think that's an area that they are certainly improving on. I think that Josh McDaniels offensively has really started to scheme this thing around Drake May and his strengths. I think they've been able to scheme around the offensive line because while the pass blocking has been significantly better, I also think that part of what's helping it is the way that Josh McDaniels is scheming things up. And I think that that's been the big help offensively. No run game, but the Patriots have a top 10 passing offense, according to multiple sources. And then defensively, it's the pass rush. I think they're inconsistent, but they're playing bend but don't break. Rattler's going to run for this one on 2nd and 7. Patriots had the pressure, but Rattler is going to pick up the first here. Again, that's why you can't really play too much man-to-man against the Saints because they have the speed. We saw that with the 53-yard catch on Kyle Duggar, first play of the game. Spencer Rattler has that mobility. He'll get outside the pocket. He'll run just like you saw there. So definitely feels like more of a zone game for the Patriots, but they're going to give this one. Oh, they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to go out to their tight end. All right, Patriots hand the ball off here. Or excuse me, Patriots. Saints hand the ball off here on 2nd and 1, and they're going to convert. They give this one off to Miller, the running back. Patriots defender down. That's Harold Landry. Patriots can't afford this. Harold Landry down. And, ooh, Kyrie's Tonga comes up to make the tackle and just snaps the knee of Landry, and you just hear Landry scream. That doesn't look good. Patriots can't afford this. Patriots already not with a lot of depth at edge, especially in this game. If you look at it, Patriots have Keon White and Jennings out of this game. Patriots cannot afford to lose more depth on the edge. Hopefully Landry comes back in this game, but I would expect to see some Truman Jones. I would expect to see some Christian Barmore and Milton Williams off the edge until we hear what's going on with Harold Landry. That's a loss you don't want. See if we have any updates. Harold Landry's walking off under his own power with a slight limp. So we'll see if he comes back, but looks like his knee bent a little bit as Kyrie's Tonga went to tackle him, and those things can be, those types of injuries can be difficult. So for those who are just joining, Harold Landry, Patriots edge, went down with an injury. Patriots very thin at edge in general, but very thin at edge in this game, period. So Mike Vrabel came down to the field and took a knee alongside Harold Landry. And so, again, walked off under his own power, but that doesn't say too much to me. Antonio Gibson, I mean, I guess walked off under his own power, but walked off with trainers helping him. So it's a little bit different, but you can still have a serious injury and walk off under your own power. So knock on wood, hopefully he's okay. But Patriots cannot afford to lose Harold Landry. Hopefully all is good, man. Hopefully all is good. The one thing, though, about Truman Jones is Truman Jones, he's the UDFA this offseason, or one of them. And Mike Vrabel said, I don't have favorites, but if I did, he'd be one of them. So Harold Landry, slight limp from what we're looking at right now, but he's walking to the blue medical tent. All right, Spencer Rattler drops back. Comeback route here to Kamara, going up against Robert Spillane. 2nd and 4 for New Orleans. Who can we trade for, PG? I'm going to make a whole video about this. I'm thinking Monday or Tuesday, we're going to do a live stream breaking down should the Patriots be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline, and some guys who maybe I think that they could go after. So we're going to do a whole video on that. But yeah, I mean, we're not getting Breece Hall. Guys, never expect to get anybody in division, right? Breece Hall's with the Jets. Patriots and Jets hate each other. Okay, Aaron Glenn especially, like I don't see him trading anyone to the New England Patriots. He'd rather release a guy than trade him to an opposing team. So, again, if it's Tyreek Hill, if it's Waddle, if it's A-Chain from the Dolphins, don't expect it. If it's Breece Hall, don't expect it. So, I don't know who he'd want from the Bills. But it looks like holding there on the Patriots, but they don't call it. But try to do a little bit of misdirection here with the Saints, and Robert Spillane comes up and makes a tackle at the line on Kamara. And as expected, Milton Williams is playing a little bit of edge here. Saw the same thing last week. And Milton Williams still on the edge for the Patriots. Rattler on second. Gonzo comes up with a big hit. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Let's see where they put this. 3rd and 5. So this is where the Patriots like to operate. This is where they like to get the stop. So big tackle there on Shakir. All right. Let's see. Rattler has time. Rattler's going right in the middle, and Rattler connects. Flag on the play. Oh, this might be on the Saints. Holding on the Saints. That's Kelvin Banks. Replay 3rd down. That was a big conversion, though. That was a big conversion by the Saints. They were knocking on the door for the touchdown. I'm surprised that wasn't a touchdown. But it looks like it was Kelvin Banks on Kayvon Chaisson. Pushed him to the ground. Puts him in the chokehold while Chaisson's falling. 3rd and 15 now for New Orleans. Patriots should be able to get this stop. Again, 3rd and 15. Play everything over the top. And they're going to check this thing down to Kamara. Kamara goes out of bounds. And just like last drive, Patriots allow them to get down the field, but are going to hold them to a field goal attempt. Saved by the flag. Yeah, saved by the flag for sure. Can't deny that one. All right, 4th and 8. This is a 48-yard field goal attempt, and they'll get it through. So, hit from 34, hit from 48 now. So, Patriots still in the lead in a 7-6 game. All right, offense. All right, Draco, let's go down there. Let's punch in another 53-yard touchdown. That was exciting, huh? That was the longest touchdown of Drake May's career, by the way. The longest touchdown. It was so from ESPN, Drake May's touchdown was thrown 40 yards downfield, the farthest he's thrown a completion in his career. He was 0 for 5 on passes, 40-plus yards down the field prior. How about that? How about that? Drake May's improving. Drake May's improving, baby. Love to see it. Oh, man, I'm going to be looking at that pass to Pop all night. I mean, Drake May stands tall in the pocket, has the defender coming at him, just hits Pop. Pop hits the defender with a little stick shift move, and he's able to get around him, get into the end zone. What a beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful. What the heck to the Patriots defense? This is not good by the Patriots defense. Andrew, I think it's fine. You know, like, yeah, you want to start forcing some punts, but 2 drives into the game, and I mean, the Patriots have bent but not broken, right? I think that a lot of people have underestimated the Saints, because the Saints, although their record, are much better than what people are projecting them to be. I think people look at a team's record and immediately assume they're terrible, but the Saints, I think, got blown out once this year. Other than that, every single one of their games, they've played close. Even against the Buffalo Bills, up until the end there, they played really, really close. But Harold Landry back on the bench, so looks like maybe the Patriots avoided something serious there. We'll see how he plays, but at least looks like he is back for the time being. Keep in mind, too, guys, like, the Saints have playmakers. Like, Shakir is, or not Shakir, my God, why is the name escaping me right now? So, I mean, they got Brandon Cooks, for instance, at wide receiver, but they also have Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed. So they have a lot of speed on that offense for the Saints. And then you also have Kamara in the backfield. Kamara's never had 1,000 rushing yards. Where he's dominant is after the catch and just his ability in the receiving game. So the Saints offense is a lot better than people are talking about, but it's because the Saints are 1-4. It's because the Saints are a team that nobody's projecting them to do anything. Year one of a brand new system. That team's rebuilding. So nobody's talking about them. So everybody assumes they suck. And it's like, no, like, this team's better than people think, but they're in year one of a rebuild. So they're not supposed to be good. All right, Efton Chisholm with the return. Hang on to the ball, Chiz. All right, Chiz is going to get that. Looks like across the 30. So they tried to give Harold Landry a knee brace, but he refused the knee brace. Oh, A-Chain, 50-yard touchdown. All right, 1st and 10. Patriots are at the 31-yard line. Ramondre in the backfield. Hunter Henry in motion. Drake May gives that one to Austin Hooper, who gets hit hard. Drake May had time in the pocket. Nothing developing. Just checks the football down there to Austin Hooper for a gain of about 5. Wow, Achane had 49, or excuse me, that 50-yard touchdown for Achane against the Chargers came on the ground, wasn't even through the air. How about that? All right, 2nd and 5 for the Pats. Across the 35. All right. Drake May's under pressure. Drake May's going to run. And Drake May's going to get a few on the pocket collapsing in on him. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Patriots. So taking a profit. Play didn't go as you wanted, but you can't go broke taking a profit. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. And now the playbook opens up significantly. We've seen the Patriots, even if they don't get it here, we've seen them go for it on 4th and 2. Will they do it? I mean, hopefully they convert, and so it doesn't matter, but all right. In motion, you got Diggs. Drake May drops back. Drake under pressure. Drake's under pressure. Drake going deep. Pop Douglas, another one. Oh, go Pop, go Pop. Get the what? Another one for Pop. Another one for Pop. Another one. Another touchdown for DeMario Pop Douglas. Oh my gosh, that's another one. That's a 61-yard touchdown. That's another one. That's another one. Let's go. What? We are exploding. What is happening? Pop Douglas is over 100 yards already. Oh, we are so back, baby. We are so back. Pop Douglas is here. Oh. Wait, what? Pass interference by the Patriots, and the touchdown is off the board. Flags flown late. Pop Douglas never pushed off anyone. So it's on Diggs. They're trying to say the push off was on Diggs. Wow. 61-yard touchdown to Pop gets taken back. That's a late flag. Everybody was lined up for the extra point, and they throw the flag. Wow. Patriots just got robbed. May's going deep again. Flag on the play. Automatic 1st down for the Patriots. Pass interference. Kyle Williams. I'm terrible call by the refs, man. I'm dumbfounded, you guys. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. 61-yard touchdown to Pop. Offense celebrates. Offense goes on the sideline. The entire offense is on the sideline. The Patriots kicking unit is out on the field, and the refs throw a flag. On offensive pass interference, in the first couple seconds of the play on Diggs, who didn't even do anything, even the broadcasters are trying to make sense of what the play was. No sense. Apparently, they didn't want Pop to go off. I don't know. But a horrific call by the refs who call offensive pass interference like 30 seconds after the play that they're trying to say. And now they're trying to make up for it by calling penalties on the Saints defense. Another holding. This one by Chase Young. Hey, you can see the refs are trying to make up for it now. They're like, damn. All right, well, we'll get you back down the field. Like, hell no. Give me the 63-yard touchdown to Pop. What do you mean? May under pressure, dumps it off to Henderson. What a play by Drake May. Gets it off to Henderson. Second down. I just posted the play of the penalty on Twitter if you guys want to check that out, if you guys are curious what it was. All right, they give the ball off to Henderson. Henderson gets the first. Man, Pop Douglas should have over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns right now. That's we got to make up for it. We got to get Pop a 70-yard touchdown now. Yeah, Pop deserved that, man. There was no holding. And they tried to say it was on Pop originally, and then it was like, no, it's on Diggs, but Diggs didn't do anything either. Touchdown, Patriots! Kayshon Boutte. Are the refs going to turn this one over? Let's see. Will the refs turn this one over? Going in on Kool-Aid McKinstry, and they'll call that a touchdown. No flag. Let's wait 30 more seconds to make sure. But Kayshon Boutte, 25-yard touchdown. Really good throw there by Drake May. Really good catch through contact by Kayshon Boutte. So two offensive drives by the Patriots, 2 touchdowns. One should have been 53. The other one should have been 60-some. 61, but Patriots are on the board. Patriots are in the end zone. But, I mean, hey, man, that Pop Douglas call is going to forever upset me. All right. Patriots go 53 yards to Pop, 25 yards to Kayshon Boutte for 2 touchdowns. May is 5 for 5 with 100-plus yards without a turnover in the first quarter. Well, Drake May should also have a 53-yard and a 61-yard touchdown. But that's all right. That's all right. It's not all right, but. Patriots are averaging over 10 yards per play right now, by the way. Good job by Drake, man, to keep his eyes down the field and not take off. Short of the landing zone by the Patriots, Andy Borgales, not sure what he's doing there. Ball gets placed immediately at the 40 for New Orleans, so rough kick by Andy. I'm not really sure what the thought process was there. Booty with the touchdown. All right, they're going to give the ball off here to Alvin Kamara. All right, 2nd and 3. And the first quarter is going to come to a close. All right, second quarter. Man, I wish I could say I'm happy right now, but I mean, like the Patriots still got into the end zone, but just robbed. I'm not gonna get past. They got robbed. Like that's not even like a close call. That's not even like a okay. Like I can see where they're coming from, or oh, that's ticky tacky. It's like no, there's just no flag. There's just no flag, and they called one just randomly for no reason. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Uh, they're just mad because they didn't put Pop in their prize pick. Maybe we gotta get Pop another one to make up for it. But I'm tweeting this out right now. I'm like, the NFL literally robbed the Patriots of a touchdown. Not a close call, not back and forth, just straight up robbed. I don't care if the Patriots blow the Saints out. That one is going to be on my mind for a while. All right, Kamara gets the first down here. All right, Taysom Hill gets out. Taysom Hill was looking downfield, but instead they're going to take him down. Should have been a sack, but they won't get there. Durden comes up. Durden was the same guy who had the roughing the passer call last week. Comes up on him. It's going to be a 1-yard scramble. Calvin Banks, the rookie tackle for the Saints, is currently down. Looks like a right leg injury for Calvin Banks. All right, well, we're going to go to commercial break. All right. Rice comes in here with a $2 donation. Says, Booty about to be wide open all day. I don't know. A pop might be open all day. But apparently, the NFL doesn't like big plays, and they're going to just keep taking them away. But nonetheless, Booty was open. Booty's having a good game so far, but so is Pop. Pop is my player of the game so far. Now, it's only quarter 2. There's a lot of football to still be played, but through 2 quarters, Pop is my guy. And Pop needed this kind of game, too. Like, I don't think we give that enough credit, that Pop desperately needed to have a game like this because he wasn't getting on the field a whole lot. They weren't playing him a lot. He needed to start taking advantage of the snaps on the field outside of just the run blocking. And in this game, he's doing that. He should be over 100 yards. He should be 2 touchdowns. But they wipe away that play, and now he's 53 yards and a touchdown instead. Tom Brady comes in here with a $2 donation. Says, Drake didn't get frustrated. Show maturity. Jets 0-6. Classic Jets. But yeah, no, Drake May didn't get frustrated. He's got to be able to rally those guys together. I mean, if Drake May went like, yo, what's up? Like, I wouldn't have been mad with that. But I'm not upset that Drake May wasn't like hounding the refs. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You're not going to yell at the refs and change their mind. Like, okay, yeah, like we'll give it back to you. My bad. You know, there's nothing you can do about it at that point. Understanding, rally your team together. Don't allow them to dwell in the past and keep moving forward. It's kind of like the Jalen Polk touchdown against Miami last year. It felt like the team was on that play for so long that they lost that game, and then they lost, the next few games too. So can't dwell on the refs, man, because the refs are going to be the refs. We're going to get some type of explanation by the NFL after this game, and it's going to be some bum excuse on what the refs thought they saw that didn't really do anything. I've seen a lot of people say, why didn't we challenge the play? I don't know if you're allowed to challenge plays by the refs anymore. That or teams just don't do it, because I remember that rule being implemented a couple of years ago, but outside of the first year it was implemented, I don't see teams challenge the refs' calls anymore. So they either took that out or teams stopped doing it because the refs never changed their minds. All right, the Saints are across the 50. Rattler goes out to Shaheed for a 17-yard gain. Rattler is getting this ball out quick right now. Pass rush can't even get home. All right, they're going to give this one off to Alvin Kamara. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Or 2nd and 6, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I thought, Trey. The ability to challenge pass interference calls by the refs was removed by the NFL after 2019. I knew it wasn't lawn. It felt like that rule was very minimal. But another first down here for the Saints. Chris Olave on Marcus Jones. But Yeah, I remember that. That was implemented for like 1 year, and teams were utilizing it, but then refs were never overturning the play anyway. And so I think the NFL just looked at it and they said, the refs aren't overturning these plays. We're wasting time. We're not actually having a real football game here because it's constant stops to review penalties. So we're taking that out. Puka Nacua is being helped off the field. That's not good. Kelvin Banks back on the field for the Saints, by the way. All right, 2nd and 8. Saints are in the red zone. They're putting Olave in motion. They're going to do a handoff here with Rattler. Rattler going to get the first, but won't get in the end zone. Right now, Spencer Rattler and the Saints are stringing together some good drives against the Pats. All right, they're going to fake the handoff to Alvin Kamara. It's going to be a gain of a few. It's going to be about 3. All right. Saints are about 6 yards out from the end zone in motion. They're going to run it with Alvin Kamara again. Oh, lunging towards the end zone, but he's still going to be about a yard and a half short. 3rd down. You got to think this is 2-down territory if you're the Saints. Taysom Hill's coming on the field. All right, so Spencer Rattler off the field. Taysom Hill now in at quarterback. Taysom Hill runs it like he famously does. And touchdown for the Saints. That's what Taysom Hill does, man. Taysom Hill gets the ball and he runs with it. I could have told you Taysom Hill was going to run the football there, but it's a lot easier said than done. Guys, I don't know why we're panicking right now, okay? Like, why did we expect the Saints to score 3 points all game? If you expected the Saints to score 3 points all game, you underestimated the Saints, guys. I mean, I told you the Saints have more firepower on offense than people have given them credit for. So they get into the end zone there. They're not going to go for 2. Kind of surprised they're not going to try to tie the game, but instead they're going to make it a 1 point. Right now you have Alvin Kamara going 4 attempts, 21 yards, 5.3 yards per carry. Miller's going 3 carries, 10 yards, 3.3 yards per carry. And Rattler, 2 carries, 10 yards, 5 yards per carry. So Chris Olave is at 53 yards, but that's because of the big play he had on the first play of the game. Shaheed's at 22 yards. Kamara's at 13. As for the Patriots, Drake May is 5 for 5, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 158.3 passer rating. Henderson is 2 rushes, 11 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. Douglas leads with 53 yards. Booty has 36. So that's your updated statistical watch. What's up with the Pats defense? Well, right now it's just kind of everything that we've seen. throughout the majority of this season, where it's a lot of bend but don't break. On that drive, I'm going to be honest with you. I knew that was going to be a touchdown by New Orleans the second that Andy Borgales missed the landing zone, and they immediately started at the 40. You're giving them excellent field position. It's hard to kind of stop them and keep them out of the end zone at that point. It's hard to play bend but don't break defense when you're starting them almost at midfield just to start their offensive series. So I just think that this defense has to stop allowing those catches in their intermediate sections of the field. But the pass rush isn't getting home. But the pass rush isn't getting home because the pass rush isn't there. The pass rush isn't getting home because Rattler is sensing the pressure and he's getting the football out in a split second. Pressure can't get there if the ball is out in a second. And right now, that is exactly what Spencer Rattler is doing, man. I think people have underrated what that guy can do. 5 possessions, 5 scores in this game so far. So far, there has been some type of points on every single possession in this game. All right. Let's see what Draco and this Pats offense can do. As long as the Patriots can keep responding with touchdowns, it don't matter what the Saints can do. Guys, our defense is not ass just because they're struggling right now in this game. One game doesn't make an issue. Oh, Efton Chisholm with a good return here. Good return there by Chiz. Yeah, you guys also got to remember you have Anthony Jennings out of this game. You have Jalen Hawkins out of this game. You got Keon White out of this game. There's a lot of defenders out. My boy S27 comes in here with a $2 donation. Says, need new linebackers either from a trade or draft. I think they'll address that during the offseason. I think that's definitely one of the weaker spots of this team, but I don't know. I don't see them making a move for a new linebacker this season. I think that's a guy that you go at during the offseason. So. Yeah, no, Scott, I agree. That's malpractice. That's malpractice by the refs right there. All right, in motion, Austin Hooper. Patriots give the ball off to Mondre again. Stevenson with another good carry here. Run of 7 here for Mondre. Should have kept Judon. David, I promise you, man, Judon would not be fixing the Patriots' issues. I mean, look at what he's doing right now in the Dolphins. Nothing. I don't think Judon would have fixed the Patriots. The issue for New England is not the pass rush. The pass rush isn't getting home because Rattler's getting the ball out as soon as the ball touches his hands. All right, they're going to fake the handoff. Drake May goes in the middle of the field to Mac Hollins. Another first down by the Patriots. First catch here for Mac Hollins in this game. All right, Drake May is 6 for 6 now, 115 and 2 touchdowns. Ramondre in the backfield, 1st and 10. They're going to give the ball off to Mondre. Mondre running with steam. He's going to get about another 4 or 5 here. Second and 7. All right, you got Ramondre in the backfield again. Hunter Henry in motion. Feels like another run play, but is this going to be a play action? Let's see. Takes the handoff. Drake May under pressure. Drake May just throws the ball out. Smart move. Had Demario Davis clinching down on him. Drake May tried to rush for it, but unfortunately wasn't able to get past Demario Davis. So you see Chase Young get the initial pressure on Austin Hooper, flushes Drake May out of the pocket. Davis comes up on Drake May. Drake May tries to stiff arm him, realizes it's not going to work, throws the ball out of bounds. Don't play superhero football. Good job by Drake. So first incompletion technically for May. 3rd and 7 now for the Pats. They're going to give it off to Ramondre. Ramondre slips. Wasn't anything there for him anyway. 4th and 7. Patriots maybe will go for the field goal here, but I'm not. Patriots called a run on 3rd and 7. I'm not too sure what the thought process was there. Maybe it was, let's run a run play on 4th and 7, and then we're going to try to shorten the field, and we're going to go for it on 4th. That's my best guess. 4th and 7, and the offense is still out there. Patriots 7 of 8. 7 of 8 on 4th downs this season. 57-yard field goal if they went for it. Drake. Oh! Botch snap in the Patriots. Botch snap for the Patriots, who go for it on 4th. And a turnover on downs. Garrett Bradbury with a terrible decision. That's 2 botch snaps now. That is 2 botch snaps by him on the season. And now the Saints take over with really, really good field position. Guys, it's 14-13. I don't know why some people are freaking out like the game is over. Guys, like, things are going to go wrong, okay? We're allowed to be upset. We're allowed to be frustrated because that was terrible. That was a terrible snap on 4th down. But the second that things don't go right, we can't be upset. We can't expect every play to be a 50, 53, 61-yard touchdown to Pop Douglas. That's just not how it works, all right? Yes, be frustrated, but we're still winning the game 14-13 with 5 minutes left in the second. Why people are dipping out of the game already, I'm not sure. Might not be as good as you thought. Nope, the Patriots are still good. You must not be watching the football game. Oh, you're a Bills fan. Oh, so you're just a pouty Bills fan. Yep, they're still around, guys. Guys, Bills fans are still very, very upset about that loss to the Patriots last week. It's very clear. It's all over social media. And we have a Bills fan coming in here now saying might not be as good as you thought. Last time I checked, the Bills almost lost to the Saints. So I'm not sure why a Bills fan's coming in here talking about this when up until the 4th quarter, it was back-to-back with the lead changing in the 4th quarter. So I'm not really sure why a Bills fan's talking. Y'all should probably be more focused on getting back into the win column. I love that Bills fans are mad again. Patriots are back. Bills are scared. I love it. I love it, man. Still going to win the division. Still going to get the number 1 seed. If y'all keep playing like that, you're not getting the number 1 seed. And by the way, I have the Bills winning the division. But guess what? The Patriots are undefeated in the division. They have a win over the Buffalo Bills. So if any Bills fan is sitting here like, yeah, like we're winning the division hands down, no doubt about it, then you're just being stupid. Because statistically speaking, the Patriots are in the run for the division. Them being undefeated in the division, them having a win over Buffalo is absolutely massive. So while I ultimately don't think that when it comes down to it, the Patriots will win the division this year, I've always thought that was a 2026 thing. to say that the Patriots aren't in the running for the division, statistically speaking, is just wrong, and you don't know ball if that's what you're trying to preach. Oh. Yo, Colby, Saints play better than they are on paper, yeah? DF, I've been saying that forever. I mean, if you go back and you watch the AFC East roundtable this past week, I said, look, I got the Patriots ultimately winning this game because they should, but I think this is going to be a closer game than people think. You know, the Saints are a better team than people give them credit for. They played a close game against the Cardinals. They played a close game against the Bills 2 weeks ago. Like, they got their first win last week against the Giants, who we know the Giants aren't no slouch. They just beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, so again, I think the people have really underestimated the Saints. I think they look down on them and say that they're a team that's guaranteed to have a top 3 pick. And I'm like, they're a rebuilding team. Yes, they're going to have a high draft pick. But that team with Kellen Moore as OC, or excuse me, as their head coach, what this team has with speed on offense, Kamara's still in the backfield. I think they're underrated. Right? Like, it's not like the Saints are getting blown out every single week. All right. They're going to jump this down to Chris Olave. Right now, it just feels like a lot of the speed and misdirection that the Saints are running is what's just killing the Patriots down. Second and 5. All right. In motion again. They fake the handoff. Rattler dumps it off to Olave. It's going to be 3rd and short. Flag on the play. Illegal contact by Jelani Tavai. Mike Vrabel not happy about the call. Looked like Jelani Tavai got caught up there, and they're trying to say that he was holding on to the guy for too long. First and 10 here for New Orleans. Taysom Hill in motion. They give the ball off to Kamara. Kamara's going to be stopped behind the line. Kyrie's Tonga comes up big for the Patriots there. 2nd and 11. Second and 12. All right. Kamara in the shotgun in. Gonna go out here again to Olave. You know, I'd like to see the Patriots run a little bit more, man. I feel like the zone is what's killing them right now. Rattler completing 10 straight passes. And I know that if you play man, you got to worry about Rattler's legs, but put a quarterback spy on him in that case because I just feel like the zone is allowing them to get everything underneath. 2-minute warning. Andrew, my guy, take a deep breath, brother. Take a deep breath, Andrew. It's just 14-13, my guy. A lot of football to still be played. It's all right, my man. It's all right. We're good. We're good. No reason to freak out just yet. You know, we can't expect the Pats to blow a team out every single week, you know? It can't be 3-50 every week. It's just not how that works. Most teams don't even have that type of game every year. Andrew, my guy, I'm going to need you to take a Xanax. It's all right, buddy. It's all right, buddy. It's okay. The defense isn't playing great, but even some of the best defenses in the league have games where they fluster a little bit. Let's see how the Patriots come out of halftime and what kind of adjustments can they make. Two-minute warning, everyone. Hey, Colby, do we get the ball to start the second half? Yes, Thomas. In fact, we do. We do get the ball to start the second half. So there's an advantage for the Patriots, too. So 2-minute warning. It feels like what the Saints want to do here is they want to take the lead before halftime. They want to put up as many points as they possibly can, whether that's 7, whether that's 3. But I do think that the big priority for the Saints is to dominate time of possession on this drive. Bring the clock down as much as possible so that when you give the ball back to the Patriots, there's not a whole lot of time. I think that's what the Saints want to do here. So hopefully the Patriots have an opportunity with a 2-minute drill of their own to drive down the field and put up some type of points, because whether they get into the end zone, whether the Patriots put up 3 before halftime, I think what would be big for them is to get some type of points up on the board before you get the ball to start the third quarter, excuse me. All right, 3rd and 4 here for New Orleans. Caleb on Chason coming off hot. Rattler going deep, and that's incomplete. On Marcus Jones, and Marcus Jones comes up big here. 4th and 4. So the Saints are going to have to go for a field goal here, and the Patriots will have 3 timeouts left. And just under a minute 50. Huge incompletion there because that obviously stops the clock. So ball was just a little bit too far there for Olave. If it was closer, maybe could have made a play, but 38-yard attempt here by New Orleans. And they're going to get that. So New Orleans is going to take the lead here. 14-16, but Patriots have more than enough time to drive down the field, retake the lead, go into halftime with the lead, and get the ball first to start the second half. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people getting banged up this week in the NFL. Marvin Harrison Jr. now headed to the locker room. Yikes. Damn. All right, let's see. Let's see what Pats can do here with the offense. Last thing you want to do if you're the Patriots is not get any points and then give the ball back to New Orleans with time. That's the last thing you want. So don't do that. Don't do that. So Marvin Harrison Jr. being evaluated for a concussion. All right. They are really taking their sweet time giving this ball back to the Patriots. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see who's going to be the return man here. That's going to be Chiz again. Chisholm with another return. Come on, Chiz. Chiz. Nothing special there. Gets to the 27. Diggs has been quiet, man. I think that's the guy they're trying to take away. That's why people were like, I don't know, third straight game for Diggs for 100 yards. I was like, I don't know. Like, that's the guy they going to want to get. Pop Douglas with a little bit of, getting him into space there. A little bit of a screen there to Pop Douglas. I like it. Getting him into space. Pop Douglas with a first down and then goes out of bounds to stop the clock. So 1:39, Patriots 3 timeouts left. You guys heard me say it earlier on in this stream. Get Pop Douglas open in space, short to intermediate. Let him use his mechanics. Let him use that quickness and that speed to make some plays down the field. That's what he did there. Check down turns into 10 yards. All right, Patriots fake the screen. Give it off to Ramondre. Ramondre will get 3 or 4. So pick up by 3 by Mondre. Can we see Diggs get targeted on this drive? Diggs hasn't been targeted once. So Patriots are across the 40. Looks like 21's going to blitz. He doesn't. We got someone else blitzing. Pop Douglas again. Douglas. See, does he get the first? No. It's going to be third down. 3rd and 1. Pop goes out of bounds. So really, really good game right now for Pop Douglas, man. I mean, he's been the Patriots offense, it feels like. All right, what are the Patriots going to do here? It's 3rd and 1. They're going to fake the handoff. Goes to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry spotted. Hunter Henry goes out of bounds. So 47 seconds left. Still 3 timeouts for the Patriots too, by the way. So really, really methodical on this drive. So it looks like they're going to hand the ball off to Travion. They fake the handoff. Drake May gets outside. Just dumps it off there to Hunter Henry, who gets the first down and more. All right, 1st and 10. Oh, ball's deflected. The Patriots try to do some misdirection to set up a screen, and it Didn't work, man. That Patriots got lucky that wasn't a turnover. That's the type of play that usually results in a play like that. They try to go out to Travion and Travion just has the ball pop in his hand and it just incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 44 seconds left still. Not sure what that play was. Still feels a bit too far for a field goal. So Drake May drops back. Oh, Diggs. Really, really good catch in traffic and through contact there by Diggs. Defender on his heels, but hangs on to the football. First down, catch of 11. First timeout by the Patriots. 38 seconds left. So fresh set of downs, 38 seconds. Let's get this baby into the end zone. So on this drive, we have finally seen Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs be targeted and have a couple of plays that have allowed the Patriots to move this ball down the field. Where is Pop Douglas in terms of yards? So Pop Douglas is now at 71 yards, 3 targets, 3 receptions, and a touchdown. All right, Drake May drops back. Drake May's going deep. He finds it. It's Booty. Touchdown, Kayshon Booty. That's 2. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. Touchdown Patriots, baby. That is a 2-touchdown day already for Kayshon Booty. Let's go. So Booty goes down, and number 1 for the Saints, helmet to helmet contact there on Booty. So they're going to call that every day. Patriots are going for 2 here. All right, Patriots are going to go for 2 here. Patriots want to make this a 6-point game. Oh, there's movement. There's a flag on the play. Oh, Devon Godchow, former Patriot. Encroachment. Half the distance to the goal, so we're moving forward a couple inches. Alante Taylor was the one with the hit on Kayshon Booty, by the way. All right, this is within the 1-yard line. Patriots going for 2. Jack Westover on the field. Hunter Henry on the field. That is a push. That's the tush push, baby. Saints are trying to say no good. Why is the touchdown still not on the board? Patriots don't get the 2-point conversion. I don't know. How did Drake May not get that? He got that. Challenge that, Braves. Wow, these refs are doing a terrible, terrible job. Terrible job. All right, they're reviewing the 2-point conversion. Oh, try was successful. So they reverse it, and the Patriots do get the 2-point conversion. They officially reverse it, and the Patriots get the successful 2-point conversion. Very obvious that Drake May got it. All right, Rattler's trying to go deep. Rattler, nope, he's just going to get sacked. All right, 2 touchdowns for Kayshon Boutte. Let's go over the stats here real quick. Let's see where everybody's at. All right, so far in this game, make sure I update this. So far through the first half, just some general stats here, okay? General stats, the Patriots, do we have time of possession? We do. The Patriots are losing time of possession 11 minutes and 42 seconds to the Saints 18 minutes and 6 seconds. So Patriots have more points on the board, but you can clearly see that the Saints are just sustaining these long, methodical drives, taking everything underneath. Not a whole lot of big plays for them. The Patriots have more total yards, 217 to the Saints 188. Patriots have more passing yards with 185 to the Saints 128. Saints have more rushing yards than the Pats, though, 60 to the Patriots 32. Penalties are tied. Both teams have 4. Patriots have 1 sack on Rattler, no sacks on Drake May. And the Patriots have run 24 total plays, while the Saints have ran 32. You have Drake May, 11 for 13, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 158.3 rating. Ramondre Stevenson, 7 attempts, 18 yards, 2.6 yards per carry. Henderson, 2 carries, 11 yards, 5.5 yards per carry. And then Drake May, 2 carries for 3 yards. Douglas is leading in receiving yards, 3 targets, 3 receptions, 71 yards and a touchdown. Boutte is 3 targets, 3 receptions, 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then it's just kind of everybody else. Hunter Henry's got 12 yards. Matt Collins has 12 yards. And that's kind of that. So that's kind of what you're looking at right now in terms of stats. In terms of the Saints, Spencer Rattler's 12 for 14, 129 yards, a 105.1 rating. Kamara is 8 attempts, 29 yards, 3.6 yards per carry. Really, Rattler getting outside the pocket, 4 attempts, 20 yards. Maybe put a quarterback spy on him to try to limit him, but him getting outside the pocket has killed the Patriots at times. In terms of receiving, Chris Olave is leading them in receiving yards. 7 targets, 5 receptions, 83 yards. Big reason for that, though, is because he had that big, 50-some yard reception on the first play of the game. Shaheed has 22 yards. Kamara has 13 receiving yards. So, again, you take away that big play on the first play of the game there for the Saints, and really the receiving game for the Saints doesn't look as good. But I'm going to be right back, you guys. I got to go get a water real quick, and then we'll be back to do a little Q&A up until the game comes back. So we'll be right back. Your boy just got to go grab a water real quick because I am dehydrated. I'm dehydrated. I'll be right back, guys. I got a bagel too, you guys. So y'all probably wondering, how long does it take to find the water? Is this a guy going to the well and purifying it himself? Nope. I got a bagel too. You guys remember when people were like making fun of the Patriots saying they don't have a quarterback? Nah. And so, Edward, the Patriots do not have the easiest schedule in the league. That's just a lie. The Patriots have one of the easiest remaining schedules in the league, but the Patriots do not have the easiest schedule in the league. So, facts, man. I'm starving. First thing I eat today, man. Y'all got to get those raisin bagels, man, with like the cinnamon in it. But the ones with the high protein, too. Get the ones with the high protein so you don't feel as bad about yourself. Yeah. Bro made the water. I did. I forged it myself. So is Drake May a better quarterback on the road than at home? Honestly, I think the Patriots are just a better team on the road than at home right now. Like real talk, guys. When is the last time we could say the Patriots were like a dominant home team? Brady? Maybe? I think that might be the last time we could say the Patriots were dominant at home was when we had Tom Brady. Since then, this team like thrives on being like underdogs on the road. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's like a Drake May thing. Like if you look at it, even the games the Patriots have lost, like Drake May hasn't performed bad. It's really just the team as a unit that's lost them the games that they have. Chris says, let's go, Colby. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Go Pats, baby. Yes, sir, Chris. Go Pats. Certainly a lot to still work on, but I think what makes me feel good is that the defense has the talent. Mike Vrabel's a defensive-minded head coach. So I think they can figure out those struggles on the defensive side of the football. I'm really not all that worried. The big question for the Patriots for years has been offense, more specifically passing offense. And I think with Drake May, you see that that's not really a worry right now. And the Patriots have a top 10 passing offense in the NFL, statistically speaking. And so, that's really taken the Patriots to the next level. And although this Patriots defense is struggling right now, you see that the offense has enough firepower and they have a groove to put points up on the board. And you're going to have games like that. Even the best defenses have rough games. It's just how it goes. You can't expect a defense to allow 3 points every single game. That's just not realistic. You need an offense that can go out there and score 30 points if need be. And the Patriots have that type of offense now, which is why I think we're seeing them in more of these games. A Landry update. So Landry's back on the field. Yeah. So they offered him like a knee brace and he said no. And then he was back on the field. So I like cinnamon raisin bagels. Yeah. You know what? Kendra, me too. I like them. I like the high protein ones, the ones that come in like a purple bag. Man, what's the brand? Oh, what's the brand? I don't know. I forget the brand. I feel like I would know it if I heard it, but they're good, man. They're good. King Jamie made some waffles. All right. Let's see the Patriots take this one to the house. Go Pat. All right, Chiz returns. And damn, face mask on Chiz. Face mask. Oh, there we go. Yeah, face mask on Chiz. This has to be face mask. Yep. Face mask on the Saints on Efton Chisholm. 15-yard penalty at the spot of the foul there. So Patriots get 15 extra tacked on. All right, they're going to hand the ball off here to Ramondre. We'll see how much they give Dre here. Thomas Bagels. That might be it. That might be it. King Jamie, who's a Chiefs fan, by the way, comes in and says, you guys should be very happy with the way the Patriots have come up so fast. Legitimate shot at the playoffs. Right now, they're the 7th seed in the playoffs with a 63% chance to make the postseason. So, and by the way, that's year one. I wasn't thinking the Patriots were going to make the playoffs year one. Like that was not my successful season for the Patriots. May goes to Hunter Henry on 2nd and short. It's going to be up 3rd down and about 2. So yeah, 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Patriots drives have gone touchdown, touchdown, turnover on downs, touchdown. So there's only been one drive for the Patriots offensively that has not resulted in a touchdown. All right, 3rd and 2. Draco drops back. Dump it off to Dre. Oh, he can't. Drake May's just going to run for the first and then slide. And he does, although he kind of slides into Ramondre Stevenson. So kind of a weird slide there, but hey, first down. First down, baby. Damn. Draco literally slid right into Ramondre Stevenson. All right. Gives the ball off to Travion. Travion with a good run here on 1st down. Then you get about half of a first here. So it should be about, actually get 6 yards there, not 5. 2nd and 4. So a 6-yard run there by Travion. Would you be down for a collab? I started broadcasting. Man, I am always down to come on your channel, Dan. I am always down to come on your channel. All right, they're going to give the ball back off to Travion on 2nd and 4. Travion's going to get about a yard or 2. He's only going to get 1. 3rd and 3. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots will certainly need better running backs moving forward. I think that's a low-key big need for them this offseason. 3rd down for Kyle Williams is a little bit too high. Drake May and Kyle Williams still trying to get on the same page. They're just not there yet. 4th and 3. Will the Pats go for it? Let's see. 4th and 3. Offense is still out there on the field. All right, 4th and 3, baby. Come on. Surprised they're not going for the field goal. They're aggressive. They're going for it. Oh, and they get it. Stephon Diggs. And the New England Patriots have only missed 2 4th down conversions all season long. That's crazy. And the Patriots go for it again on 4th. And he goes right to his playmaker and Stephon Diggs. Great play. Diggs comes up big again, old man. All right, they fake the handoff. Oh, they fake the handoff again. Drake May's going to run. Run, Draco, run. Go out of bounds, baby. Go out of bounds. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Drake May gets the first down for the Patriots and much more. Patriots knocking on the door for another touchdown. They fake the handoff. Drake May sees a pocket and runs for it. He was so close to the touchdown. Yeah, he was a lot closer than the touchdown than I thought. All right, and Ramondre tries to dive for it. But he's not going to get it. He'll be about a yard short, so 2nd and goal. Let's go! All right, Ramondre in the backfield with Jack Westover. Oh, Ramondre Stevenson stopped for a big loss behind the line. They lose 3 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd. Colby, I'm getting Diggs Henderson jerseys in blue, Campbell and Booty in old red, and May in the rivals. Old man got some extra cash to burn, baby. I like to see it. Those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. I have a rivalry jersey coming. I have a rivalry jersey coming in Gonzo. So I'm excited for that one. I think I'm going to get another rivalry in Draco. I think that's what I'm going to do. I need to get a red jersey, though. I don't have a classic Patriots red jersey. Delay a game by the Patriots. Big mistake there by the offense. Feels like you're just going to run the ball here and kick the field goal. Die Hard with a $10 donation says, PG, go buy yourself some high-protein cinnamon raisin bagels. I would love to. I'm actually out now. But you can only have one a day. If you have too much a day, that's like, you're getting close to 100 carbs right there. I'm going to get fat. So I can only have one a day, but I look forward to it every morning. They go to Diggs on the screen. Diggs is going to get to the 5, and the Patriots are met with the decision. Do they go for 3 or do they go for it? I say kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. Go up 25-16. Make it a 9-point game. Now you're up by multiple possessions, and they will. And they're sending out Andy Borgales. Borgales, 7 for 8 on field goals this season. A 24-yard attempt for Andy. And Andy gets it. Automatic Andy, baby. All right. The Patriots only have 1 drive in this game where they did not put up points. The Patriots have only, wait, the Patriots only have one offensive drive where they haven't put up points against the Saints. It came on a turnover on downs during a failed fourth down. So, good stuff. Good stuff overall. Woohoo, get him, Pats. I picked you to win outright. Thank you, King Jamie, for believing. I believe that. I believe that you believe in the Patriots. And I like that. I like that. King Jamie, you missed it. We had Bills fans in the chat earlier when we were up by like 2 points, and Bills fans were like, "Oh, you guys aren't as good as you thought, huh?" It was the second quarter, and we were winning. Crazy work. Crazy work. Bills fans are still mad at me for picking you guys last week. You weren't wrong. Like what? I've noticed some crybabies since the Patriots won that game, man. It's crazy work. Crazy work. I've gotten into arguments with Bills fans all week because it's always just like refs and this, that, and it's like, bro, shut up. Like you lost. Move on. Like we were the better team, and that's all it was. And then the argument becomes, yeah, but like we're getting the first seed and winning the division, so it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, you probably will still win the division this year. But the Patriots are in it. It's not a cakewalk. And if you think it's a cakewalk to the AFC East this year, after the Patriots just beat you prime time at home after you won 14 or 15 straight home games, like you're just being delusional at that point. Facts, Mike. The Bills are trying to big brother talk down the Patriots like we're the rookies. Yeah, you know what? You've dominated the AFC East for the last 4 years. But you know what? We own the AFC East for 20. So sit down. 7 days isn't enough time to savor a Bills defeat. Brooks says Bills fans saltier than the Dead Sea. I don't know. I like genuinely I expected more from Bills fans. Like I thought that they would be like, because I've been cool with Bills fans. I thought they would be like, yeah, like you know what, good win. Y'all deserved that one. You were the better team. But no, it was just excuses. All right, but Alvin Kamara here on 2nd and 11. Oh, he gets more than he should. 3rd down here for the Saints. Oh, Carlton Davis is down again. This feels like a weekly occurrence. Carlton Davis is always leaving the damn game with an injury. This week, last week, the week prior. Every week, bro. Carlton Davis got to rehab a little bit better. That man is stiff as heck. We should have got Javarius Ward. It's all right, man. Like, I've seen this story before. Carlton Davis goes down with an injury, and 2 plays later, he returns. So Charles Woods takes over for Carlton Davis. 3rd and 4, so a really rough time to not have Carlton Davis on the field. 3rd and 4, Rattler is going to go to Kamara. Nobody covering Alvin Kamara. I'm not really sure. It feels like the play broke down there. Spencer Rattler works in the pocket. Dumps it off to Alvin Kamara. Last second, gain of 22. Oh, that's Christian Ellis. Christian Ellis bit on Rattler blitzing, or Rattler running, excuse me. And he left Alvin Kamara wide open. Wow, the Ravens really might be 1-5. Second and 7 here for Rattler and the Saints. He's going to fake the handoff. He's being held. What up with this? Flag. Yep, that's going to be holding. That's going to be holding on the offense. Kyrie's Tonga was being held on the play. Yep. 10-yard penalty remains 2nd down. That was on Trevor Penning. Yeah, you saw Tonga getting held the whole time. All right, this is going to be... Let's see. Second and 17 for the Saints. Landry. Oh, should have been intercepted by Christian Ellis. But of course, Christian Ellis doesn't hang on to the football. Christian Ellis, you are buns, dog. Anybody else would have had that. Anybody else would have had that, dog. All right, you know what? You know what? Nah, I'll give that to Christian Ellis. I take it back. Originally, it looked like it was right to him. Christian Ellis actually dove and just batted it down with one hand. Good play by Christian Ellis. I'll give props where they're due. I'll give props where they're due. All right, Rattler has time. Rattler's going deep. Caught and then dropped by Olave. Marcus Jones is injured. Marcus Jones is down. Marcus Jones had the play on Olave, but now Jones is down. Looks like Woods comes with a punch then. Let's see. So, yeah, you know what? That's good play. Good play by Charles Woods, because Marcus Jones brings down Olave, but it's Charles Woods who comes up punching the ball. That is either going to be a fumble by Olave or is going to be incomplete by Olave. Drop your thoughts in the chat, guys. Is that a fumble or is that an incomplete pass? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you guys also slam that like button for your boy. Liking the video helps so much in supporting the channel. I see fumble. I see fumble. Looks like you guys think it's a fumble. Hopefully Marcus Jones is okay, man, because can't afford to lose more corners. Damn. So the Giants are bracing for a hefty fine, but aren't expected anything more severe for head coach Brian Daboll after he went to the Blue Medical tent on Thursday. So head coaches or the coaching staff isn't allowed, I guess, to go to the Blue Medical tent. He did. Hopefully Marcus Jones is all right, man. All right, Patriots get the ball back here. So that in fact was an incomplete pass, not a fumble. Possession, 1-2, and then drags his feet. That should have been a fumble. I'm not sure why Vrabel didn't challenge that. I'm not sure why Vrabel didn't challenge that. That looks like a fumble to me. Travion Henderson running fast. Good gain here on first, but I think it sounds like the reason Vrabel didn't challenge it is because, look, the refs have been terrible in this game. Okay, let's be honest. And if they challenge that play and they don't get it, now you're out a timeout and you're getting the ball in the same place roughly if they punt the football anyway. So I still would have liked to see him challenge it, but I understand maybe why it's like it's just not even worth it if we're going to get the ball at the same place, whether it's a fumble or whether it's a punt. All right. They give the ball off to Henderson. He's going to be about a yard short, 3rd and 1. All right, let's see. Travion Henderson in the backfield. Hooper in motion. They fake the handoff. May under pressure. May throws the ball away. 4th and 1. What will the Patriots do here? Will the Patriots go for another 4th and 1? No, Patriots are punting. So this is the first time. First time the Patriots are punting in this game. Look, 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and you're punting for the first time. That's not bad. That's not bad. Saints are saying that the Patriots moved and there's a flag on the play. False start. False start on the rookie, Julian Ashby. Going to put the Pats back 5. All right. Good punt there by Bryce Behringer. Good return by Shaheed. 16 yards on the return. All right. The Saints are down by 9. Let's see what happens. Not following the game here. I'll try the radio. Well, I'm telling you what's going on with the game here, Mike. So, not sure why you're not following, but all right. Deuces. Patriots at a commercial break. It was a good punt by Bryce Behringer, but look, obviously that false start by the rookie long snapper, Julian Ashby, puts the Patriots back a little bit more. Patriots had a guy down there to make the special teams tackle, but looks like he got a little tripped up and ultimately can't make it. That's what allowed Shaheed to go out there for that 16-yard return. So they're going to start in good field position, but down by 9, even if they get into the end zone. I mean, they can't tie the game, so Patriots will still be up. But nonetheless, need defense to come up big here. I definitely need this Patriots offense to keep clicking. They need the Patriots offense to keep driving down the field, putting points up on the board. Second half is the most important half of football. It's what Vrabel preaches. Fourth quarter is the most important quarter of football. So with that being said, can't take your foot off the gas. First time the Patriots have punted all game long. They've had points on every other drive. The only other drive they didn't have points on is when they went for it on 4th down earlier on in the game in the second quarter. Ultimately, didn't end up getting it. So other than that, though, Patriots have done well putting up some type of points up on the board throughout the game. All right. Carlton Davis back on the field. They had Marcus Jones out there, but then took him off. So we'll see if he's back on the field at some point. Kendre Miller, Patriots defenders dodging off of him, finally get him down after a gain of a couple. Oh, look at Ramon is upset in the chat. Oh, and look at that. You're done. Terrible, yet we got almost 400 people watching. Oh, look at that. You're done. Go do your homework. You got school tomorrow, Ramon. All right, 2nd and 7. Rattler drops back. Rattler's going deep. Flag on the play and tries to connect with Chris Olave, but won't get it. Flag on the play, though. Let's see. Might have been a free play there for Rattler. Holding on Carlton Davis. So Davis returns, and the first play that he returns is holding. Shout out to the mods for taking care of Roman. It's those middle school and high school kids that feel big in the chat when they hide behind a little logo and they leave hate comments, little keyboard warriors. Oh, dude, look at I got a YouTuber to respond to my comments, dude. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, bro. Uh all right, they're gonna give this one off here to Kendre Miller again. Miller's gonna be stopped for a gain of 1. It's gonna be 2nd and 9. Tackle made by Robert Spillane. Let's be honest, Roman was probably a Bills fan. Let's be so for real. All right, Rattler drops back. Rattler goes to a wide open Chris Olave. Chris Olave bounces off a defender and then goes down. He made a little jump for no reason, so looks like he accidentally hit B in Madden, so I'm not really sure what Olave was doing there, but big play there for Chris Olave. And right now the Saints are driving down the field. 1st and 10. Oh, flag on the play. Gave the ball off to Kamara. And that's going to be on the Saints. Kyrie Stonga loves the call. False start on the Saints. 5-yard penalty. Going to be replay first. All right, 1st and 15. They're going to give this ball off to Kamara. Kamara's going to go up the middle. He's only going to get a couple on 1st and 15. Saints trying to get to the 40. 2nd and 12 for New Orleans. All right, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Saints are at the 41-yard line, down by multiple possessions. Final quarter of play. So, close game. Patriots are up by 9. Saints at the 41-yard line. They're going to try to shrink the Patriots' lead. Oh, shoot. The Patriots defense needs to run all week in practice after this performance today against the Saints. Hey, look, in hindsight, 16 points isn't bad. 16 points isn't bad. Again, I think people don't understand that the Saints actually have a better roster than what their record says. You have to actually look at the X's and O's of the team and not look at their record, right? Like the Saints are not as bad as their record says. And I've heard a lot of people actually say the exact same thing, especially on offense. Like they have enough guys to be able to get it done. They got Taysom Hill, which makes them dynamic. They have Alvin Kamara there in the backfield. They got Kendre Miller, who's actually a really, really good running back in terms of the rushing attack. Alvin Kamara gives you that good 1-2 punch through the air, but he's not a great overall running back. He's never had 1,000 rushing yards on a season before. Kendre Miller gives him that dynamic guy on the ground. You got Chris Olave at wide receiver. You got Shaheed at wide receiver. You got former New England Patriots wide receiver Brandon Cooks there at wide receiver. And I think we're all seeing that Spencer Rattler, maybe he isn't a franchise quarterback, but he is a NFL caliber quarterback. He's going to stick around in this league. And so, look, 16 points to a team like that. We'll see how this game ends at the end of the day. And I'm not saying it's a great defensive performance, but look, 16 points heading into the 4th quarter right now, at least. It's not terrible. Now, again, you don't want to lose to the Saints. Losing to the Saints, that's a little embarrassing. That would be embarrassing. But what I am saying, though, is that the Saints offense is better than people give it credit for. The Saints team is better than people give it credit for. I think people will think that losing to a team like the Saints is like losing to a team like the Jets. And it's like, no, they're not the same team. Like the Jets are a bad football team. The Saints aren't a great football team, but they're better in terms of talent than what their record is showing. All right, 2nd and 12 for New Orleans. They're going to give this one off to Shaheed. Shaheed tries to cut back, loses his footing, falls down. That's 3rd down now. 3rd and 6 to be exact. Would I want to trade for Sauce? No. I do not want Sauce's bum ass, man. Respect my language, man. Respect my language. But I mean, look, after what I heard Sauce say the other week, where he was like, I think that the refs are calling more penalties on me because the Jets aren't a good football team. Like, what do you mean? You think they're calling more on you because you're a bad football team? Well, that doesn't make sense. But Marcus Jones back in the game. The Patriots sent a cornerback blitz, and Marcus Jones gets home on 3rd down. That now brings up 4th and long for the New Orleans Saints. You guys wanted to see the Patriots defense come up clutch, and the Patriots defense does exactly that. Big game here for Marcus Jones, who I feel like is making at least a play or two every single week. 5'8" Marcus Jones coming up with another sack, baby. Oh, and the Saints go for the field goal. And they will get it. So, Saints do still put up some points on the board. That kick would have been good from even longer. That was a good kick. I'll give credit where credit is due. So, look, Patriots have the lead now by 6 points. So, got to go down the field. Got to extend the lead. Got to put up some type of points. Ideally, you want to get into the end zone. But even if they only get a field goal, the Patriots re-extend the lead by multiple possessions. So, nonetheless, you just don't want to go 3 and out. Oh, it looks like Garrett Wilson was frustrated on the sidelines with head coach Aaron Glenn. I will say the Jets played a closer game than I thought they would. Saying Jones is our best player over May is crazy. I do think that Marcus Jones is one of the Patriots' best players. Certainly one of the most dynamic players. I'd put him in like, I put him in the top 10. I don't know if I could put him in the top 5 because you got May, you got Gonzo. You got Milton Williams, got Barmore. It's tough. It's tough to put Marcus Jones in the top 5, but he's definitely a top 10 most important Patriot player. No debate. Yeah, Booty had a good day today, too. Booty with 2 touchdowns on the day. You should have had Pop Douglas with 2 touchdowns, but, that didn't happen. Hi, Colby. Do you have any theories on why Gonzo isn't on Olave? So, Jasmine, just based off of what I'm seeing is that the Patriots are running mainly zone coverage. And so when you're running mainly zone coverage, your guys are playing in a specific part of the field. They're not shadowing one specific player on the opposing team's offense. If you're playing man coverage, you're going to see Gonzo shadow a team's #1 wide receiver all game. But if he's playing zone, he's playing in one specific section of the field. So if Olave is playing in in Gonzo's section of the field, then you'll see Gonzo defending him. But if Olave goes in another Patriots defender section of the field, that's their section of the zone. So that's essentially why you're not seeing Gonzo one-on-one. So flag on the play here with another Efton Chisholm return. See who this is on. Holding against the Pats. That's Jelani Tavai, 10-yard penalty. So Patriots going to have to go the length of the football field here. But even to back up what I was just saying, the reason they're playing a lot of zone and not man is because you have Spencer Rattler. So this Saints team has a lot of speed with Shaheed, with Brandon Cooks. Even Olave's got some speed, but then you also got Spencer Rattler, who can obviously take off with his legs like we've seen. And so that's why. Oh, Drake May tries to check the ball down to Stevenson. Stevenson bobbling the football, almost intercepted, but Stevenson just bats the thing down last second to try and avoid the interception. So could have been costly there by Ramondre, but nonetheless, that goes incomplete. All right, Drake May drops back. Drake May not seeing anyone. Drake May under pressure. Hold on to the ball, Drake. Drake May sacked. Pete Warner gets the sack for New Orleans. Their first sack of the game on Drake May. Drake May was keeping his eyes down the field. Nothing was open. Feels like right now the Saints aren't all that worried about pass rush. They're more worried about trying to make sure that they eliminate the passing game for the Patriots. So that's third down. Third and long, 3rd and 11. All right. Drake May drops back. Has Ramondre as his check down option. Delivers. And he goes to Matt Collins, who secures the catch for the first down. Drake May going to his playmakers, his big body, wide catch radius, wide receiver, and Matt Collins. So, man, Drake May needed somewhere to go. Big time conversion. And he goes to Matt Collins, who just runs an in route. And Drake May, under pressure immediately, sliding around in the pocket, delivers the throw, but does take a hit. 16 yards on 3rd and 11. They're going to hand the ball off here to Henderson. They're going to get about 3. Instead, they're going to give him 4. Mac Daddy coming in. First down, baby. First down. All right, 2nd and 6. 11 minutes and counting in the game. They're going to give the ball back off to Travion Henderson. Henderson's going to be stopped at the line. 3rd and 7, again for the Patriots. McDaniels is running this ball a lot with some running backs who just can't get anything going. Patriots 4 of 8 on 3rd down conversions. Third and 7. Diggs in motion. Drake May drops back. Drake May goes to Matt Collins. Matt Collins tries to get the leverage. Does he do it? Flag on the play. Illegal shift on the offense. 5-yard penalty, replay third down. That's on Ramondre. So it sounds like when Diggs went into motion, you had Ramondre also moving. That can't happen. You needed Ramondre to be set for Diggs to go in motion, and that's why they call the illegal shift. Wipes away a potential first down, and now that's 3rd and 12. Oh, flag on the play. Looks like a flag on the Saints. False start on the offense. Late substitution by the Saints, and somehow that bites the Patriots in the butt here. That's going to be on Morgan Moses. Yep. He went back up a little bit too soon. Third and 17. At this point, 3rd and 17. There's only so much you can do. Drake May drops back, has some time, under pressure. Drake May's going deep. Oh, he got it. What? Stephon Diggs got it. What? Flag on the play. This is going to be on Diggs, isn't it? Pass interference on Diggs. $52 yards to Diggs. But Diggs pushes off. Drake May is balling today, and his offense is letting him down. 3rd straight penalty. 3rd down, and I don't even know what this is at this point. Patriots are back behind the 20, 3rd and 18. Diggs isn't even on the field anymore. Drake May's going to go deep. Another great pass by Drake May, but Matt Collins can't reel that one in. Quincy Riley looked like he was holding Matt Collins. The refs are calling everything on the Patriots and nothing on the Saints. So you're telling me that you don't call Matt Collins, or you don't call the holding on Matt Collins, but the play before you call pushing off on Stephon Diggs. These refs are calling everything on the New England Patriots. Any little minuscule thing that they can call, they are calling it on the Patriots. But anytime that the Saints are doing something, they're giving them a pass. I got to make notes about all these calls. Trying to remember what the other play was. What was the other really bad call by the refs today? The two big plays by the refs that come to mind is that Matt Collins holding on third down here in the fourth quarter, but the play before they called on Diggs for pushing off, but they, for some reason, don't call Matt Collins being held there. Then offensive pass interference on Stephon Diggs early in the game. That wiped away that 61-yard touchdown by Pop Douglas. There's been a lot of really bad calls in this game, but those are probably my biggest ones. Deshaun, man, I swear, you like every team other than the Patriots, man. I swear. All right, first down here for the Saints. Rattler in a clean pocket goes out here to the tight end. The tight end who, fumble! Juwan Johnson. Is that a fumble? All right, Patriots are going to challenge that play. So, Patriots are going to challenge that this is a fumble and not an incomplete pass here by Johnson. That would be huge for the Pats. This is going to be close. Knowing these refs, though, they're going to be like, it's close. That could be a fumble. Now we're going to give it to the Saints. I love how Christian Ellis is going back and forth talking with Johnson. Like, I don't know, man. I think that's a fumble. Johnson's like, I don't know. I think that's an incomplete catch. Bro, that's a fumble. I've never seen two opposing teams during a game be so cool with each other. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. So, good punch on Johnson. Johnson, a big tight end, doesn't really make plays like that. Let's hear the call. Oh, he's looking at another angle now. It's a fumble. It's a fumble. Patriots ball. Catch and fumble with a clear recovery by the New England Patriots. Patriots not charged with a timeout. Christian Ellis, I take back every bad thing that I said about you. Christian Ellis, you are one of the best linebackers in the National Football League now. What a huge, huge play. 8 minutes left in the game. Patriots down by 6. Oh my gosh, after terrible refereeing and the Patriots going back to back to back offensive penalties, gives the Saints the ball back with enough time to go down and honestly take a lead by 1 point. And a couple plays later, Christian Ellis comes in with the forced fumble, Craig Woodson with the recovery. Now the Patriots offense has to go down there and extend this lead. Only a 6-point lead. You can't feel confident with that. Even if it's just a field goal, you're up by multiple possessions. You mean up by 6? I'm sorry, did I say something different? All right, they give the ball off to Ramondre. Ramondre stopped behind the line. Patriots were taking over at roughly the 50, so good starting field position. McDaniels has to not be worried about draining the clock as much as making sure you put points up on the board. Vrabel does not look happy. First play, again, Ramondre stopped for a loss of 1. Patriots are now at the 48-yard line. Pass the ball here. Draco drops back. Draco gives the ball to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's going to be just short of a first. It's going to be about 3rd and 1. Third and 1 here. The Patriots are getting close to field goal position. Certainly not there yet. Jack Westover, Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Drake May goes for the quarterback sneak, and Drake May gets it. First down, baby. Drake May, really good. He's patient, and he finds the opening hole. I don't know why Kool-Aid McKinstry thought that that was not a first down, but all right. Less than 7 minutes left in the game. Diggs was in motion. They give the ball off to Ramondre, and Ramondre is stopped again for a loss of yards. Stopped by Jonas Sanker, the safety for New Orleans. Feels like every time the Patriots run the football, they're losing yards. If I'm Vrabel, I'm going over to McDaniels like, dude, stop running the football. If you want the clock to keep going, scheme up an easy pass for a completion. Stop running the football because they are losing yards. It feels like every time that they run this football. 2nd and 13. Drake May drops back. Drake May looking to pass. Was trying to go to Kyle Williams. Him and Kyle Williams just not on the same page. 3rd and 13. Felt like Kyle Williams was wide open. And you can see why maybe Kyle Williams not playing a whole lot. Because it just seems like maybe him and Drake May still not on the same page. 3rd and 13. Kyle Williams in motion. He's still on the field. Ramondre next to Drake. Drake May goes out to Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas wants a flag. No flag. What? Pass interference. Dog, what? I mean, I'm gonna guess that they didn't consider that a catchable ball, which is why that's not a flag. All right, Saints are starting at the 10, still down by 6, 5 minutes left in the game. They're going to give the ball off here to Kamara. He's going to get about 4, or Kendre Miller, rather, 2nd and 6. Yeah, they punt it because you don't want to go for it there. You don't want to immediately have them starting at just before the 50. You want to try to pin them deep here and hope that your defense can do its job. 2nd and 6. Rattler drops back. Rattler has time. Rattler goes across the middle. Goes to Brandon Cooks, the former New England Patriots. Did he survive the ground there? 21-yard gain, and oh yeah, Cooks gets that. That's a really good catch by Cooks on Gonzo. That's a veteran catch right there. All right, back to Kendre Miller. Miller's going to get 2. All right, Brandon Cooks in motion. Alvin Kamara next to Rattler. Rattler's going to look to pass. Rattler goes out, and that's going to be ruled incomplete. Was high for Chris Olave, and Marcus Jones was on top of him. 3rd and 7 now for the Saints. High pass by Rattler, but I mean, Chris Olave gets 2 hands on that football. He just couldn't bring it down. So I don't know. I think Chris Olave should have had that football. All right, 3rd and 7. Spencer Rattler with no pressure on him. He passes, and that's incomplete. That's 4th and 7 now for the Saints. Looking for Shaheed, but they don't connect. What will the Saints do? Do they go for it down by 6? They're going to punt. So the Patriots defense forces the punt. Rattler and Shaheed not on the same page on that critical 3rd down. Patriots get the ball back. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in the game. If this offense can just get down the field and score just 3 points at least, then this game could be to a close. Marcus Jones with the return. Marcus Jones gets brought down. He'll be down at the 20. So defense comes up big on that one. Offense needs to drive down the field like they were doing early on in the game. Felt like they were balling, and then they just stalled out. Drake May looking like he was going to go for 300 yards, and Drake May's at 233 right now. Drake May also leads the Patriots in rushing yards, by the way. Ramondre Stevenson is averaging 1.3 yards per carry. So they'll be at the 21. Not the 20, the 21. Ramondre in the backfield. Hunter Henry in motion. They're going to give the football off to Ramondre. Ramondre, patient runner, is going to get about 3 here. 2nd and 7. All right, and the Saints are going to take a timeout with 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. Who's our other running back? Right now, it's all Ramondre. All right, 2nd and 7. Austin Hooper in motion. Ramondre still in the backfield. Drake May's going to pass. Goes out to Booty. Booty gets it. Stays in bounds. First down, Patriots. Another timeout here taken by the Saints. So the Saints only have one more timeout. And they did not play Booty. They played everything over the top on New England there. Rather than trying to play everything underneath, gave too much cushion there to Kayshon Boutte, which allowed that first down. All right. In the second half, Drake May is 13 of 14 in passing. You got you got Henderson in the backfield. Jack Westover at fullback. So change at running back here. They're going to give this one. Oh, Henderson stopped immediately behind the line. And this running game is going nowhere. This O-line is not helping them either. So final timeout here for the Saints with 3:25 left, 2nd and long. Wow. Miami is winning over the Chargers right now. The Chargers might not be a good football team like we originally thought. Second and 12 for New England. Patriots out the 29-yard line. Draco drops back. Draco looking to run. And Drake May's going to get a gain of 1. So 3rd and 11 now for the Pats. Nothing open downfield. Sees the hole open. Honestly, you needed Jared Wilson to stay where he was. If Jared Wilson stays there, that defender might not catch up to Drake May. But 3rd and 11, Patriots are going to drain the clock. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Saints with no timeouts. Drake May's going to pass. Drake May going to. He's going to. He goes Booty. He's got it. Booty's got the first. Booty's got the first. Every time they needed a play to be made, Kayshon Boutte was the MVP. What a play by Boutte to work through contact, control the ball, keep the feet in bounds. What a play by Kayshon Boutte, who comes up in the clutch. We in New England love some Boutte. Wow. 13 catches. 13 catches on the season, man. New England's challenging. They're trying to say that Keyshawn Boutte went out of bounds. Wow. So they try to say that. Here go the refs again. Another bad call by the refs that Mike Vrabel has to come in and challenge. So basically, the refs tried to say that Keyshawn Boutte went out of bounds after his first down catch to stop the clock. And Vrabel challenged the play to say, no, he was inbounds and the clock continues. So Patriots won that challenge. And so the clock will continue instead. So good challenge by Mike Vrabel, but another terrible, terrible call by the refs. I mean, Mike Vrabel had to challenge two calls today. He had to challenge this one to say that Boutte was inbounds and the clock should continue, and the ref said that he was out of bounds and the clock should stop. And Mike Vrabel also had to challenge the 2-point conversion the Patriots made when we all know he converted, but the refs try to say that he did it. These are just some of the bad calls that have happened with this refereeing crew today. All right, so Patriots have 40 seconds on the clock. There's 2:33 left. So what Vrabel is trying to say here is that Mike Vrabel is trying to say, Diggs is just working right behind Vrabel right now. But what Vrabel's trying to say is that the clock should keep going in order to bring the Patriots down to the 2-minute warning. If the clock stops there, it stops at 2:33, and the Saints still have that 2-minute warning to be able to utilize. Patriots have a first down right now after that Keyshawn Boutte catch. So to work that play down now under the 2-minute drill before you run another play allows the Patriots to run this clock down as much as humanly possible, with the Saints' inability to now not be able to stop the clock whatsoever. Two-minute warning, man. Patriots got a first down. It hasn't been a pretty game, but you don't care about a pretty game. You just care about a win. Oh, no. The Chargers came back against the Dolphins. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Dolphins should have won that game. Damn. Drain the clock, baby. Drain the clock. Dolphins are getting work this year. Ooh. Threw a Wow, Tua threw 3 picks. I see Tua turn the ball over his back. Tua turn the ball over. We shouldn't even be in a dogfight with this team. We have controlled this whole game and should have double-digit lead regardless of all the bad calls by the refs. I don't care at the end of the day. A win is a win and a loss is a loss. I don't care if we say this is a bad Saints team and, oh, we should have won by multiple possessions. I think people are getting crowded on what exactly the New England Patriots are. Maybe the Bills, maybe the Chiefs, maybe the Lions should beat a team like the Saints by multiple possessions and blow them out. The New England Patriots are in year 1 of a rebuild. So, I'm sorry, but, anyone who thinks the Patriots should come out in here and blow the Saints out, 1, you're underestimating the Saints, but 2, that's not who the New England Patriots are right now. They're in year 1 of a rebuild. I feel like this is also the same fan base, and I'm not saying that this is what this person is saying, but I feel like this is the same fan base that if the Patriots make the playoffs but lose in the playoffs, we're going to be like, oh, this team's terrible. No, this team shouldn't make the playoffs. The expectations for the Patriots in year 1 of Vrabel was to not make the playoffs. It was to at least have double the wins you've had over the last 2 seasons. At least show improvement and that you are a team that can get to, 8 wins. If this team can make it to the playoffs and get double-digit wins, they're well ahead of schedule. And I think we'll take what we're seeing from this team right now. Alpha Courage comes in here with a $5 donation. It says, do you think Stevenson could be used as a short yardage receiver instead of a ball carrier? I think you got to use him as both. I think the reason that you're using Ramondre as much as you are is because he's your best dual threat running back. And what I mean by that is he's your best receiving back right now with Gibson out. He's your best overall running back. He's your best pass blocking back. And I think that's why you're not seeing more of Travion Henderson, at least part of why. It's a much bigger discussion, but part of why is because Travion Henderson is really struggling in blitz pickup and even struggling at times with consistency in that chemistry with Drake May. So I would certainly like to see Stevenson, used in the same role that he's been in, honestly, because Stevenson has been good as a receiving back too. So Patriots win this game, you guys. I mean, 25-19, Patriots win by 6. Game came down to the absolute wire. It's closer than you wanted it to, but the Patriots still win this game nonetheless. Drake May absolutely surgical, and the Patriots put up another game where they're close to putting up 30 points. So this Patriots offense in terms of scoring feels like it's just getting better each and every single week. It wasn't the prettiest win. You hope that they can play better football next week, but this is exactly what I expected. I expected that this was going to be a game where it was going to be closer than people thought. The fan base was going to be up and down, but the Patriots were ultimately going to come out with a win. That's exactly how the Saints have played football all season long, but nonetheless, they always come up short, and the New England Patriots got the win that ultimately, at the end of the day, they should have gotten. Isaiah comes in here saying, refs acting like the Saints are the Chiefs. Seriously, I don't know what these referees were doing in this game, but nonetheless, the Patriots were able to survive the refs, and they were able to survive the Saints by getting a Week 6 win. That is now 3 straight games that the New England Patriots have won. Do we know the last time that the New England Patriots have won 3 straight games? Is that a stat I can find? I mean, it's been a while since the Patriots have had won 3 games in back-to-back-to-back games, but I got to find the stat and exactly how long it's been since we've seen the Patriots win 3 games in a row. But nonetheless, it feels absolutely amazing to be back on track with this team, winning 3 straight games, taking advantage of bad football. The New England Patriots play the Tennessee Titans next, if I'm correct, and they do. So another road game for the Patriots next week against the Titans. Week after that, Patriots back at home to play the Cleveland Browns, who are also not a very good football team. Dylan Gabriel starting for them at quarterback. Next 2 weeks, Mike Vrabel has experience in both of these systems. Worked with Cleveland last year, obviously the former head coach of Tennessee. So definitely 2 wins that you expect the Patriots to be able to come out with. But nonetheless, just praying, knocking on wood, this team stays healthy, because if they can, this team can certainly do some damage. But guys, this is where I kick it off to you. What are your thoughts on this New England Patriots win? I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another New England Patriots watch party with me here on Patriots Global. We got postgame right now on Bleacher Report. Make sure you guys go ahead, whether it's on the website, whether it's on the Bleacher Report app, go ahead to the New England Patriots section and go ahead and watch my postgame live. We'll be live here in about 5 minutes. We'll also be live here on the channel with Rob at about 5:30, 5:45 to recap this game. But until next time, appreciate you guys so much. One more donation here from Elf of Courage, $2 donation. It says, 2020, we had a 7-game win streak. So shout out to Elf of Courage, who comes in with a little bit of facts here for us. I'd have to go back and I'd have to look at what was the win streak that we had? Like, who were the exact opponents that the Patriots had that they had that 7-game win streak? I want to go back and I want to look at that. But nonetheless, back-to-back wins here for the New England Patriots. 3 in a row. First time since 2020 per Elf of Courage, man. We appreciate that stat. Appreciate you guys for watching, too. Leave a big like on the stream on the way out, but we will see you guys in just a little bit to recap this game.